The fire department is evil, they are Satan, and they are against the teachings of Jesus Christ. Jesus said in 1 Thessalonians that the fire department cannot exist.
Hey guys, welcome back to another one. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up. In the next couple of videos, I'm going to be switching up the content just a little bit here. Reason being is views have been absolutely horrible. You guys have been keeping the channel afloat. I'm getting maybe 90% of my views are coming from subscribers. Less than 10% are coming from people that are not subscribed. Absolutely not normal. Algorithm, as usual, kicking me in the ass. I'm not going to sit here and waste everybody's time and say, please engage to try and get the views up. That works for a few videos, and it seems like YouTube just puts me back in a corner once again. So I figure maybe it's time to switch up the content on the channel a little bit. So I've already had some other ideas going, and a couple of you guys asked for it already, to start throwing in some more like based, like patriotic type clips and whatnot. So I already have a bunch of those put aside, and I think we're going to try that out for a little bit. It'll actually be a pretty fresh change anyways, right? You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Besides that, let's get into it.
You guys remember when Barack Obama put his foot up on the desk and the right lost their ever-loving fucking minds, saying how disrespectful that was to do in the White House? And now this fuckwit is tearing the entire East Wing down to the fucking ground, and we haven't heard shit out of them.
Why is Trump doing this? This isn't what I voted for. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. He was very clear. He was very explicit. I don't like the fuck around and find out mentality, but every time somebody hops online and be like, I can't believe he's doing this. Andrew Schultz getting on his podcast and be like, this is what I voted for. Fucking Alex Jones crying in his car. This was the plan. This is exactly what he promised. He basically ran around for months being like, this is my ruin everything plan. Yes, it's ruin everything. It's a beautiful plan. Casey Anthony in charge of childcare. We're ruining everything.
People who are very loud about someone's assassination are now very quiet about a fifth of our children not eating, not getting the food they require. That's weird.
Republicans, I want you to be honest with me, specifically the Trump supporters who haven't seen the light. If a Democrat such as Biden or Harris or Clinton did half the shit that Trump did, would you even be okay with it? Would you be okay with it if a Democrat demolished the East Wing? Would you be okay with it if they tried to destroy the filibuster that gave minority parties a chance? Would you be okay with it if Biden started randomly attacking drug boats? Would you? Be honest. I know it's hard to be honest. I know it's hard to critically think for yourself, but would you be okay with it?
Be honest with me, specifically the Trump supporters that haven't seen the light. This is going to be a fun one here. Some of you liberals are truly, you say we need to educate ourselves. Oh boy. All right, if Biden and Harris did even half of what Trump has been doing, their presidential term together would have been considered successful. Joe Biden was probably your worst president, I would say, in history. Some other people have corrected me and pointed out a couple other ones that were probably a little bit worse than him, but from what I've seen in my lifetime paying attention to politics, Joe Biden was god-awful. Kamala Harris was probably the most useless vice president in the existence of vice presidencies. And all of you liberals that said, oh, we could have had her, you only liked her for 107 days. 108 days before the election, you guys couldn't stand her. Now, she did bring up Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton did a lot of deportations. So yeah, I think Trump supporters would be happy if they were under Bill Clinton at the time, getting rid of all the illegals at that time. Bill Clinton deported, I'm not sure if many of you liberals are aware, over 11 million illegal immigrants. Now, of course, that would be a combination of turnarounds at the border and people that were detained and sent back to their home countries. 11 million, that's huge. And the East Wing of the White House. I gotta be totally honest here, guys. I've never heard any liberals even say East Wing until maybe 2 months ago. They never actually seemed to care about the East Wing before, but now that Trump is, doing renovations and demolish part of it, now it's a big problem. Now all of a sudden they're big East Wing fans. Would Trump supporters have been fine with it if Biden started randomly attacking, as she wants to open and close quotation, drug boats? Yeah, Trump supporters would have been actually very happy with that. It would have been a heck of a lot better than having a whole bunch of fentanyl come on over the border and kill hundreds and thousands of your citizens. So you liberals can sit out there and try and believe all you want that they're not drug boats and that Trump is just randomly picking small boats that carry 5-6 people just out of nowhere, saying, you know what, let's just blow them out of the water for no reason. But there's been photo evidence of several 55-gallon barrels in these boats. I mean, I shouldn't have to sit here and try and convince anybody what's inside those 55-gallon barrels. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, some of you liberals may just choose to believe that it was like soybeans, but it really wasn't. How would you feel if Democrats ever tried to get rid of the filibuster in Senate? Do you have any idea how many times the Democrats have tried to get rid of the filibuster? During the last 4 years, the Biden administration tried to get rid of the filibuster several times. And in the House, Republican majority in the House, they always denied it from even getting to Senate. The Democrats have been trying to get rid of the filibuster for a good long while now. I swear, liberals, they claim over and over and over again about doing their research and their critical thinking and all that other good stuff, but they prove time and time again that they don't do any research and they just jump in front of cameras and wing it.
Being a conservative pretty much means that you just mind everybody else's business but your own and have a problem with every single thing that they do.
If you initially voted for Trump and now regret your choice, I need to see you at the forefront of all of the efforts against him. I need to see you showing up to protests, speaking about it, because you know what you did? You worked against all of the efforts that we put in to try and show everybody what the danger was. You tried to reverse all of that when you placed that vote, okay? So now you need to put in that work to try and help us. I'm not sitting here trying to make you feel bad, trying to put you down and shame you, okay? That's for another day. You can do that on your own time. My point here is, yes, you made a mistake. You did a bad thing. And now if you recognize that, it's time to take the step forward and help us fix it.
There's an important quote that more people need to know. Poverty exists not because we cannot feed the poor, but because we cannot satisfy the rich.
Are we woke, or are we more educated than half the US population? I thought we were closing borders so we could work on America. You know, get things together here.
I just see sending 21 billion to Argentina.
You guys are fighting about feeding our people. Our people. You might think I'm a stupid liberal. I don't think you're a good person.
Once again, a liberal that's absolutely done no research and does not understand that the Republicans are not the ones that are starving anybody right now. She should, maybe look a little to the left and take a look at her own party. So yeah, I would say that you're not educated than more than half the country. You are woke and you are just a stupid liberal.
Child marriage is legal in 34 states. 4 states has no legal age to marry. Yet people are worried about trans people. You all need to be worried about them cis men, because those are the ones causing all them problems.
I know I'm doing something right on TikTok when all the gremlin dudes come out of the woodwork and are like, back in my day. And it's like, dude, back in your day, women were property and your father treated you like a second-class citizen, which is why you have the opinions you have right now, because you literally didn't get treated like a human for the first portion of your life. So stop doing that to other human beings. I know you're hurt. I know you're wounded. Oh my God. It's embarrassing.
So I live in a 10-story apartment building and I only pay $50 in rent. Does that make you angry? Does that make you shiver in your boots? Does that make you want to punch me in my face? I pay $50 for a 2-bedroom for my family of 6. With the help of your tax dollars. Thank you very much. Love you guys.
Listen, no one cares that this isn't what you voted for. This is what you voted for. You had the chance, the same as the rest of us, to read the 900+ page manual that outlined everything that's happening right now. So when you say, this isn't what I voted for, all it tells us is that you weren't paying attention and you just voted for the party. You voted for your cult leader. You voted for everything that was in that manual. So instead of saying this isn't what I voted for, consider saying I'm sorry. This is what I voted for, but I didn't know. I didn't realize it would be this bad. I made a mistake, and I'm sorry. And now I will do everything in my power to fix what's happening, to align myself with people who are fighting against this. We don't care that this isn't what you voted for. This is. What we care about is what you're going to do next. What are you going to do next?
Okay, I'm sorry. Whenever it comes to a liberal that jumps in front of their camera, presses that record button, and starts talking about the 900-page manual that already 50% of it has been activated, she's obviously referring to Project 2025 here, you're proving to us that you fall for things very, very easily and that you don't actually do your research. So you lose all credibility as soon as you start talking Project 2025. And furthermore, who she's responding to here, she's talking to in general, you know, all these new videos that have popped out about all these Trump supporters that regret their vote. You're not speaking to real people. Those are AI videos. So before you get in front of a camera lens and confidently speak down to Trump supporters, lecturing them about how you're a better person than they are because you did your research and you read all 900 pages of Project 2025, sure you did, you should have maybe researched what you were talking about before you hit that record button, because at this point, you just look a little bit foolish. Another liberal that took the bait. When liberal influencers put out these fake MAGA videos, they don't put them out for us. They put them out for you guys. It's your own people that are fooling you just to get you worked up, just to gaslight you, just to get you angry, and to get you to do exactly what you're doing right now, jumping in front of your camera and making an ass out of yourself. And it's even a little extra funny when they have the nerve to say to the camera lens, like, all you guys did, you didn't do any research. You just jumped in and nosedived into your vote. You didn't look into it at all. You're saying this isn't what you voted for, then maybe you should have looked into what Trump was talking about before you just went and voted. You're just loyal to the party, like a cult. How can you liberals not see that you're totally guilty of what you accuse? You blindly vote for blue no matter who. And then even when you have an awful candidate or an awful president, because I'm terribly sorry, at this point it's obvious to the world that Joe Biden was a god-awful president, and we're not even sure how much of a president he really was. We don't really know who was running the White House for the past 4 years, but you guys will just ignore that and you defend it. And you still just want to sit there and criticize Trump supporters as if they made the wrong decision. You know, in every aspect, right across the board, is an improvement over where you were 12 months ago. Every single way that you guys try to say that Trump is failing is a blatant lie. You say, oh, gas prices aren't down. Yeah, gas prices are down. Food prices aren't down. It would be nice if they were a little bit lower, but they're definitely in a much better spot than they were under Joe Biden. Inflation's still up there. It's definitely still lower than it was under Joe Biden. The border's closed. Well, yeah, Joe Biden never had a closed border. Immigration numbers are down. Well, they're supposed to be down. In every single way that you guys try and compare Trump to Joe Biden, it's almost pointless to do. There's not one aspect that Joe Biden did a better job than Donald Trump did, except for letting illegal immigrants run into your country. All right, guys, that is going to be it for this one. I'm trying to keep the videos a little bit shorter as well. I had somebody else mention to me in the comments, they suggest maybe try making shorter videos. More people may watch. Maybe that is true. Some of you guys are saying, hey, I really like long videos, but let's just give the shorter thing a try. Really can't hurt. Anything could help the channel at this point, right? If you guys are new to the channel and you're not subscribed as of yet, please consider subscribing. If not, if you can interact with the video in one way or another, that'll be greatly appreciated. Until next video, have a good one, guys.
All right, good morning. Let's start planning. A couple of things that you need to start doing. One, understand that every single person who voted for Donald Trump is an enemy of the American people, and you need to cut them out of your life entirely. I don't care if they're a family member or a friend. I've already permanently cut out family members. I blocked their phone number, I blocked them on social media, and I don't plan on ever speaking to them again. Even if in 20 years they go, Chris, I'm so sorry, I voted for a fascist. I didn't know. Well, I knew, and we tried to warn you, so no, you're never getting fucking forgiven. Step 2, you need to go get yourself a fun stick, okay? You need to go get yourself a fun stick. Fun sticks are not, they don't only apply to the Republican Party, they also apply to the Democrat Party. So go get yourself a fun stick and exercise that right of yours. And then third and final thing is you need to get a bug out bag. You need a bag that has MREs, water purification tablets, all of the medications that you need. Maps, definitely get a fucking map because these people have full control over the satellites. If they want, they're just going to turn off all of the fucking satellites. Or not turn them off, but turn off your access. Yeah, you need to start understanding what you're getting into. And if you think that I am being a fearmonger, it means that I am more prepared than you and you are naive.